I actually have been unemployed for 2 months now. It started with my daughter's class. Someone in her class came in contact with COVID.
Caitlin Harper is one of several people. She's got a story after she lost work because of COVID, and she just never went back, even as local businesses are having trouble filling job openings.
But it turns out there are many reasons for the employee shortage. In this Creme 2 investigation tonight, our Amanda Rowley found out there was a lot more to this equation.
Spokane is hiring. Job postings seem to be everywhere you look, but local business owners say it has not been easy filling their job openings.
It's been challenging finding associates to come either back to work or new associates to come and work at the Davenport.
Matt Jensen with Davenport Hotel Marketing says all Davenport hotels and restaurants are feeling the effects of this employee shortage. Right now, the company is hiring about 75 management and hourly positions.
Have you ever experienced this type of challenge before at the hotels?
I don't think we've seen this kind of a challenge as long as I've worked here, and that's 19 years.
Constantly changing COVID guidelines made the hospitality industry vulnerable, but Amazon pressed on and hired people at rates above the minimum wage, plus benefits.
It has been somewhat competitive for us to find people that have great jobs there that maybe used to work here or vice versa.
That's why Davenport Hotels created incentives, such as increasing its hourly wage to about $15 an hour and offered a signing bonus.
It's been kind of a new little added challenge.
And while the demand for food delivery services have skyrocketed, the locally owned Treehouse Food Deliveries is experiencing a driver shortage. Owner Neil Hofford says this is partly why just last week they temporarily stopped services.
Once we get the driver pool up, we can start increasing our restaurant presence after that.
Our hospitality or retail jobs, are they starting to see a decline in interest, while other industries that have been less impacted by the pandemic seeing an increase in job interest?
Only to the extent that people who are working in retail or leisure and hospitality have the skills to transfer.
Avista's chief economist Grant Forsyth says employee shortage is a national trend that is impacting industries with low pay rates to begin with.
It's also been popular opinion that people aren't looking for jobs. They aren't returning to work just because that maybe that unemployment check is a lot more than they would be getting working. Is that true at all?
Overall, it does not appear that these extended programs have fundamentally altered Americans' desire to work. It just doesn't seem to be the case.
He says this is based on academic research reviewed by the Federal Reserve. It found unemployment insurance benefits are too small and too short-lived to make people give up a return-to-work offer. Forsyth says there are still some cases where people are not returning to work because their benefits are paying more than their previous job. But that's not the only factor.
You have childcare issues that are lingering out there. I think that's holding a lot of people back from entering the labor force. And you have risk aversion.
I'm more afraid of my bills than I am of the pandemic at this point in time.
Caitlin Harper is an unemployed single mom in Spokane who is searching for work. But she has not accepted any positions because either the pay would not cover the cost of childcare or there is no childcare openings due to capacity restrictions.
If I didn't have to worry about daycare and if daycare was reasonably priced, I would absolutely be working. A huge help to our economy would be helping out parents and helping daycares or opening up daycares.
Meanwhile, Forsyth is optimistic businesses will not struggle to hire people for long.
I think people could be reinterested in those jobs again if you get COVID really under control. And again, this goes back to the issue of COVID really being under control, people having confidence that if they do a public-facing job, there's less, personal risk involved.
Amanda Rowley, Creme 2 News.